Hello guys, myself Vivek Mange, and today I'm going to show you all a project that I have made recently. So this is a countdown timer. This project is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It has a basic code, and its function is quite simple. It basically countdown. It is a countdown timer which calculates the time period if you have given to the computer. So before stepping up into the code, let me give you a brief of how our page will looking. And yeah, so let us go with the brief part. And here we go. So I hope you all can see the page. Yeah, so this is a page which would be looking after we have done the coding. Oh, sorry, I have already started the timer. So yeah, so first let me do a quick refresh. So yeah, this will be our page that we would all be getting after writing a wonderful code. So here there is a date column, time in which a user will give an input, and here when you hover your mouse over the calculate button, then when you click on the calculate, here the data will be updated. This section. Reset means it is gonna make all the data back to zero. That is the start point. And stop means wherever you stop the time, it's gonna make the stop. So first, let me give you an example so that you can understand more clearly. So let me give a date which is a 30th August and a time, whatever time you want. I'm going with 20 o'clock. So let me give a click, calculate. So yeah, so this is how the screen's gonna be seen. There are 14 days left for 30th, 1 hour remaining, and more 50, somewhat 56, 53 seconds. The seconds are continuously running off, and then I'm going to stop at 47 seconds. So you all can see the timer has been stopped. And once again, if I reset, everything will come back to zero. Yeah. So this is how our code is gonna work, and this is the basic purpose of a timer. Okay, so now let me take you all to the coding part. So yeah, yeah, so the overall code that you have seen now is being done through all of this coding part, which I am showing you currently. So first, let me take you all to the HTML one. So this is our HTML code in which there is a boilerplate of HTML in which we have written all the HTML. We have linked the tags of style.css and app.js with our HTML tags so that we can basically see our window. So before letting you go, let me say that I'm doing the code in my compiler, VS Code. I have done the overall code in the VS Code. It's pretty simple too because it gives you a ready-made boilerplate and it's also help you whenever you are stuck down. So now let me take you to the head section where I have given the name and the heading is been given. So this is the timer where I have given my heading. The green parts is a comment part, which is not displayed on the code, but it's just for the developer to keep remember that what mainly function has been done here. So as you can see here, I have wrote this tag is used to link the CSS page. Just like this, this tag is used for JavaScript. Then let me take you all to this. From here, the body tag starts working and with the whole content is written. This is a body tag from here. Then we are using a table tag, which so this is the enter date and enter time column, which shows our content in rows and columns. So this is the ID I have given. Type is there. From here, I have stated three buttons, which were the calculate button. Here we go to calculate the code. One was the reset one, and another one was stop. After that, there is a div tag I have made in which multiple div tags have been running. and all of these div tags are for days, hours, hours, minutes, and seconds. So all of this has been linked with each other. So this was the basic HTML code. Now let me take you to all to the CSS code. So mainly a CSS is used to modify our HTML. HTML is a basic structure, and a CSS will be used to modify it. So here is the code for CSS I have used in this program, and here is a body tag I have given, a line center, so everything's have came to the center if you have seen, and then the family font family that you mean by I've used is monospace. Then the size is given. Now the buttons, the content I have used for the button is overall here, and here is the H1 tag. I'm given margin is kept auto. It will automatically design the web page will automatically contain the margin according to the font and all of that. Now, yeah. So all of this is the part of the HTML, and I have modified in the CSS. This is the table heading, that is the enter time and enter date wala part. Now the table is also done. Now we are input. So this is the input one. Now the heading, display flex, background color has been done, dot time. So this all is done in CSS. Once our CSS completed, here is the main part comes in the scene, which is nothing but JavaScript. So in JavaScript, we will give the main body, which means you can call it as a brain of the program. The HTML basically gives you a structure, basic structure. CSS is used to modify that basic structure, and how the code will work and what is going to be done after you click a button or anything you want to execute in real is done by JavaScript. You can say it is a basically a brain of a program. So yeah, so Windows.onload is a property which is used. If you can see, whenever the page loads, this part will be executed automatically. So whenever you open a page, then this section is done automatically. Here I have given the calculate ID, and whenever I click calculate button, reset button, so it's gonna do the function. So before this, I have to make a function named as calculate. So here is the calculate function I have made, in which I have accessed the current value given by the user. See, you can see here the comment. Here we are accessing the date from the user that he has given, time from the user. Same for this. Date and time are been extract stored here. Then the stop is there. End time. There's one more function which is nothing but an interval. Above statement says that the interval is a function of property that automatically runs the time each second. As you have seen the code, let me show you once again. Whenever I put a date and I go for a calculate. So how does this is getting calculated, and each second is being depreciated every time. So here is the part which comes in the scene, that is set interval part. It automatically uh, sees all each seconds. Then add event listener. Whenever I click the stop button, this is one is for stop. You can see stop dot add event listener. Whenever I click on the stop button, everything will come back to stop. So yeah, this is the code. Again, I've created one more function which says calculate time. So this is gonna calculate the time in days, hours, minutes, and seconds. And yeah, there's an if loop. If you This is the main logic where it goes, that this if loop states that if my time end time, which is nothing but the time given by the user, is greater than the current time, which means the current time which is currently now IST according to the Indian Standard Time, which is currently there. If my time which I have entered is greater, then only the code will work. Okay, but if the time has already passed and I am now giving the past time rather than the current time or this time, so the code is not going to work. So this is the basic logic. I hope you all have got to my point. And in the else part, it's gonna say that if I put any other time which is nothing but equal to or less than the current time, then it's gonna display us the 00 content. Now function reset is you can skip this part and you can just look over here. Both actually the both content are correct, but this one makes more sense. That's why I've given this. Actually, you can also use this part. Dot inner text is a property, which also shows 00 time whenever you click on the reset button. So yeah, this was the whole code and the whole process of uh, making the countdown timer, and this is how you all can see our countdown timer looks like. It's now also ticking, and yeah, I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you. Now let me just stop it. So as you can see, it has been stopped at 20, and now if I reset it, everything has gone back to 0. So yeah, thank you. I hope you all have enjoyed the video.